everybody, what is up? Day 28 of spooky season is now in the bag. I apologize for the lateness on this video. It has been a very busy day. But I've watched a movie that I have been looking forward to for quite some time. It came out in 2020, I believe, but has just been released this year to stream on Amazon Prime. It is called Run, Sweetheart, Run, and it stars Ella Balinska, Peru Asbeck. He was on Game of Thrones. I butchered his name, most likely. And Clark Gregg. For all you Marvel nerds, you may know him as Agent Coulson. So that's who he is. And Ella plays Cherry, a young woman who either works or interns at a law firm for James, played by Clark Gregg. James is her boss. And he sets her up for this client meeting with Ethan Ethan is played by Peru Asbeck. And so Cherry goes to this meeting, and the man ends up being just handsome and charming. Dog doesn't like him though, but he ends up being handsome and charming, and they have a good time, and the meeting kind of turns into a date maybe, and he invites her in for another drink. And then it turns out that he's a freaking psychopath who is chasing her down, tells her if she survives the night, then he'll let her live. And that is Run, Sweetheart, Run. Okay, Run, Sweetheart, Run. My thoughts on it. I thought it had potential, especially near the beginning, because I could see the promise that it had, especially to the point where, she goes to the meeting, she has that bad date. The movie kind of set me up for that. It was going to be like a horror movie / thriller where she basically just has to survive the night and rely on her own strengths and her intelligence to survive. That's what I thought that this was setting me up for. And then it kind of devolved into almost like a creature supernatural kind of thing, because it turns out there are a little bit of spoilers in here, so just want to warn you. So stop if you don't want to know anything more about this. But it turns out that Ethan is like either the devil or a demon or a supernatural creature, because he's able to rip a guy's head off. And he breaks the fourth wall at times, which I felt is a little out of place. And then the movie kind of evolved again into almost like a 70s, the 70s, like kind of feminist movies where the women kick ass, kick some names and take some ass. It evolved into that. And so it felt like, honestly, there was 3 different movies going on in one movie. And it was almost like it was trying to follow the same kind of narrative structure as Barbarian. But Barbarian, I felt, handled the structure a lot better because all 3 of the stories connected in a way. To me, the 3 separate stories in Run, Sweetheart, Run did not connect. But I will praise the performances of the actors. Ella, Peru did a good job of keeping my attention. Clark, good job of playing a baddie, my dude. I hardly ever see you as a baddie. I always see you like playing the nice guy, but this is a good turn for you. I liked it. I really did. But I don't know. I felt like if the movie could take one of those concepts where either the supernatural concept or the 70s like feminist movie concept, or even the beginning where she just has to survive, like using her intelligence and just pretty much her strength. Because the movie touched on a lot of just the strength of women and what women have to go to survive. I honestly wanted to see more of just like the first part of the movie stretched into one. That's what I wanted, and unfortunately I didn't get it. But I feel it would probably work for people who don't mind kind of very weird twists and turns without like any explanation like as to why, because there were like some plot holes going on in there. The plot holes, I think, is what didn't connect the silos, because to me it felt like 3 different movies. I've heard some people complain about the choppiness of the editing. I didn't feel the editing was choppy. I think probably why people thought it was choppy is because there were 3 different stories. So, Run Sweetheart Run is probably something I would recommend if you're curious. You know, I can't say it was the worst movie I've ever seen, but I can't say it was the best either. So, until next time.